This week has been an active one, though when breaking it down, most of the activity is happening away from FX. If we look at the more developed currencies since the Monday open, all are confined to ranges within 1%. The big stories this week have been about optimism surrounding US tax reform and Brexit. Both of these bigger picture macro themes have moved forward, with the Senate Budget Committee voting to advance the tax bill to the floor for a vote that is expected tomorrow, and Britain and the EU reportedly agreeing on a Brexit bill, which will allow the two sides to move forward onto the next stage of negotiations. These developments have helped bolster sentiment, with U.S. equities racing to another record high, the pound recovering sharply off its BOE bank stress test worry Tuesday low, and the U.S. dollar holding broadly bid on the positives from tax reform. Renewed geopolitical tension isn't having any material impact on sentiment, with North Korea back in the headlines after Tuesday's missile tests. Looking at today's calendar risks, key standouts come in the form of Eurozone confidence readings, German CPI, a BOE Carney appearance, US GDP print, US core PCE, Yellen speak, US pending home sales, the Fed beige book, and start of the OPEC meeting. Another big story in the markets at the moment is the general euphoria and attitude towards trend, particularly those trends of US equities and Bitcoin. Both trends have been partial to one direction, with an exclusive bias for all things up. US equities have been breaking record highs without thought, and seemingly on the same news of tax reform over and over again. This trend is seriously extended on a longer-term basis, with the near-decade rally refusing to back down, despite the many red flags, including the end of monetary policy accommodation and initiation of policy normalization. Meanwhile, Bitcoin has taken out 10,000 and is currently showing a monthly RSI reading of 95. But in today's world, such technical overextension doesn't seem to bother these trends that make anything classically parabolic look like a blip within a range. We live in a time where the market has been so spoiled by central bank and government stimulus that it no longer worries about anything that can derail all things up. Perhaps the world has changed and this time really is different. It would be easy enough to jump to such a conclusion, but we're not ready to get on that ship, and we'll stick with the more substantive view backed with evidence of cycles and laws of gravity. There's no denying the fact that the art of picking tops is on life support, if not already gone, but this shouldn't change the net outcome, which is the coming of a massive, earth-shattering day of reckoning. That's all for now.